The diner was unusually quiet for a Saturday morning. Too quiet, but quiet has a way of amplifying cruelty. And that was exactly how the story began, with a sound that broke the silence like a crack of thunder slap, that a sudden, sharp smack echoed across the chrome counters and vinyl seats. The few customers inside froze. A spoon clattered to the floor, someone gasped, and in the far booth near the window, a small disabled girl named Lily, no older than 13, sat trembling, her left leg in a brace, her hands shaking, her eyes wide with fear. Standing over her were 3 teenage boys, bigger, stronger, and far too proud of their cruelty. "It's not funny when you can't even walk straight," one of the boys sneered. "You're useless," the second laughed. The third, who had slapped her, leaned closer. "Say something, freak." Lily didn't. She couldn't. Her throat was tight, her heart breaking inside her chest. Across the counter, Maria, the 60-year-old waitress, clenched her fists. But she knew these boys, sons of influential people, always protected, always untouchable. She tried to stop them once before and ended up with a broken plate and a visit from the parents accusing her of harassment. Fear kept her silent. Guilt kept her shaking. And Lily just kept staring down at her untouched plate of pancakes. 1 hour earlier, the day after that morning, Lily had begged her mother for a special treat. "Please, Mom, just for today. They said I might be able to walk without the brace soon. I want to celebrate." Her mother, a tired single parent who worked 2 jobs, finally agreed. Lily loved the diner, loved the smell of waffles, loved the old jukebox. But most of all, she loved that she could watch the motorcycles rumble down the highway outside. They made her feel brave, strong, unstoppable, something she had never allowed herself to feel. She had no idea that her small celebration would turn into humiliation back in the present. "Fear and Philuri," as the boys laughed, Maria whispered. "Someone needs to stop this." But nobody moved, not the man with the newspaper, not the couple by the door, not even the cook peeking from the kitchen. Everyone had a reason. Everyone was afraid. And Lily looked like she was shrinking into herself, disappearing piece by piece. "Come on, let's go," one bully said finally. "This loser isn't fun anymore." They left with one last shove against her shoulder, sending her nearly toppling from the booth. Maria rushed to her side. "Oh, sweet girl. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Lily tried to smile through tears. "It's okay. I'm used to it." But that sentence broke Maria's heart. Used to it that a child should never say those words. An hour later, the sound that changed, the bullies were long gone. The diner had returned to its muted stillness. Lily had stopped crying, but still flinched every time the door swung open. Then Maria heard it. A deep rumble in the distance. Not one engine. Not 2, but many. The windows vibrated slightly. The coffee mugs rattled. People lifted their heads. Outside, a line of massive motorcycles rolled into the parking lot. 8, maybe 9 of them, gleaming under the hot sun. Tanks painted with skulls, flames, wings, flags. Some customers stiffened. Some whispered that Maria's eyes widened. "Oh my!" The front door swung open, and in walked a group of bikers, leather jackets, tattooed arms, heavy boots. Leading them was a broad, bearded man with a scar across his cheek and eyes as sharp as steel. His name, stitched into his vest, read, Bear. The diner fell silent again. But this time, it wasn't fear. It was the weight of something about to happen. The bikers took their seats, laughing, ordering coffee, slapping each other on the back. All but Bear. He was scanning the room, reading faces, noticing wounds. And then he saw her, Lily, a small girl in a brace, red eyes, a fading mark on her cheek. His big frame shifted as he walked toward her table. "Hey there, kid," he said gently, kneeling beside her. "Booth. Can I sit?" She nodded shyly. Maria watched nervously. She had known bikers before. Some were trouble, some were kind. But she had never seen eyes like Bear's, soft and protective at the same time. "What happened?" Bear asked softly. Lily's lips trembled. "And nothing." Bear tilted his head. "That's so." Maria stepped forward. "Some boys. Earlier. They were awful." Bear's jaw tightened. "Boys." "Teenagers," Maria clarified. "Locals." The tall one slapped her. The diner went dead silent. Bear inhaled slowly, painfully. Not anger. Not yet. Something deeper. A memory, maybe. A familiar kind of hurt. He turned to Lily again. No one, he said, voice low as thunder, gets to treat you like that. Ever. Lily couldn't look up. She didn't believe him. Life had taught her otherwise. But Bear placed a hand, massive, warm, steady, on the table. You're safe now, he said. That's a promise. The bikers take NA. The other bikers looked over. Point one muttered. Everything all right, Bear? Bear stood, looked at his brothers, and said, we're handling something. They all understood instantly. This wasn't breakfast anymore. This was mission. The hunt ban. Maria pointed outside. They went that way about an hour ago, toward the gas station. Bear nodded once. Boys, he said to his crew, helmets on. The bikers rose in perfect, disciplined formation. They didn't roar out for revenge. They rolled out for justice. Lily watched them leave with wide eyes, part fear, part hope. Maria whispered, sweetheart, I think things are about to change. The showdown at the gas station, the bullies were still there, leaning on their expensive bikes, smoking, laughing, bragging about what they had done, until the rumbling approached. Their laughter died instantly. 9 motorcycles surrounded them, engines growling like beasts. Bear stepped off his bike and walked toward the boy who had slapped Lily. You like hitting little girls? The bully froze, his face drained of color. I didn't, she. Bear stepped closer. 1 inch, then another. You want to slap someone? He said quietly. Slap me. The boy shook his head violently. No, please. Or maybe try one of my brothers, Bear said, nodding at the others, all towering like mountains behind him. And no, sir. I swear I didn't mean what? Bear growled. Didn't mean for us to find out? The boy dropped to his knees, sobbing. Bear knelt too, grabbing the boy's chin gently but firmly. You're big enough to hurt a child, he said. So you're big enough to fix what you did. He told the boys exactly what they were going to do. Apologize, make amends, face accountability in front of Lily and the entire diner. And then he added, if you ever lay a finger on her, or anyone like her, again, you'll be answering to all of us. The boys nodded frantically. The bikers escorted them back to the diner. Like a march of shame at redemption in the day when the boys walked back inside. The customers gasped. They approached Lily's booth with trembling steps. The ringleader swallowed hard. I'm sorry, he whispered. I should never have touched you. Or said anything. We were wrong. He placed a small box on the table. Inside was a necklace he bought with his own money as part of the apology Bear demanded. It's a butterfly, the boy said. Because they told me you're stronger than you look. And butterflies, they don't know they're strong either. Lily stared at the necklace, then at the boy, and she whispered, thank you. Bear placed a gentle hand on Lily's shoulder. You didn't deserve their cruelty, he said. You deserve respect. The message she never effed to before leaving. The bikers gifted Lily something even greater, a handmade biker vest, in her size, with the words, braver than you know. She put it on with a shy smile. Bear leaned down again. Listen to me, kid, he said softly. You survived their cruelty. You stood back up. That makes you stronger than anyone in this room. Her eyes filled with tears, but this time, they weren't from pain. They were from being seen. The lasting impact. Lily's confidence grew. Her recovery improved. She worked every day on her physical therapy. And the next year, when she finally walked without her brace, Bear and his entire biker crew were waiting outside her school to cheer her on. The bullies never bothered her again. In fact, 2 of them became her quiet protectors. And Lily learned that even in a world full of cruelty, there are still warriors of kindness. The message to the VRS, if you're watching this, remember, kindness isn't weakness. Standing up for someone, even with just a word, can change their whole life. Have you ever defended someone? Or wish someone had defended you? Backhand index pointing right. Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else. Backhand index pointing right, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Be Kind Always for more powerful, heart-touching stories. Together, let's make kindness louder than cruelty.